And it's day 8, folks. Day 8, wherein I'm stuck indoors, listening to zombies. Making windows. So, I sat there for a while, not sure what I wanted to talk about. I just know I need to have something to talk about for these hardcore day things, and it has to be in the form of like a lightning talk, which I'll talk about some other time. Lightning talks are an interesting concept, but I didn't want to be involved in a topic too complicated because I'm kind of low energy right now. So I thought instead I'd just talk about myself a little bit, which I'm really, really bad at. Why are they doing this? Oh, that's why they were going around. Okay. Jeez. That could catch you by surprise right there. Of course, it is useful in the way that it's keep making them go around. That's kind of cool. Ooh. Oh, man. I punched you to death! Stay away. Stay right there. We'll talk later. So yeah, more about me. This will be an episode about things I like, I guess. Hot chamomile tea. Helps me sleep. Supposedly, anyways. I still don't sleep well. Regardless. But I seem to sleep better. That guy's just staring at me. That's why they call them creepers, isn't it? Aside from the fact they move up on you real quiet like. I gotta reach. I can punch that easily. Oh, jeez. That's almost entertaining. Little creeper. No, don't you dare blow up my wall. So, see, I have to preface this by saying that I'm not a very excitable person. I don't feel very strongly about much of anything. Well, that's not true. I feel very strongly about like political, environmental issues. But that's not the same thing as saying I get excited about them. More or less, I feel like super responsible about them because no one else does. And I realize that's a hyperbole to an extent, but regardless. Oh, I have a better weapon now. Hello. So, but I do have things I prefer over other things. Let's say that much. You know, I'm not super excitable. There's nothing I geek out about terribly. But let's say I'm more of a cat person than a dog person. Whoa, stay right there. You with a sword. So does a guy with a sword do more damage? And he didn't drop a sword, did he? A little bastard. Okay, make this uniform. Okay, let's go. So there's the hovel, folks. There it is. Oh my god. Look at this. Let me out! Let me out! Well, this is somewhat fortuitous. I don't really care. Look at this, though. Isn't that cute? Alright, well, let's harvest while I'm down here. So, I'm having actually a great deal of difficulty talking about this. Let's see. Maybe I should... Favorites. More of a cat person. I like dogs. But I don't want to... They require so much attention. And I, being an introvert, I can't keep up, so they exhaust me. I like them, but I like to visit them. Hello, Skype. I didn't even realize you were on. So I'm more of a cat person because cats are more independent, more like basically myself. So not really a favorite thing, but a preference thing. So we'll just say that. Preferences. Maybe that's the name of the episode. I I really like taco salad. I really like green pizza. And if you haven't noticed yet, or if you are in any way familiar with some of my previous work, these are things I make myself. So that probably has a little bit English sucks, I swear. That has a little bit to do, I think, with my preferences. In part because I make things I like, but I also make things pretty well, so I develop a taste for them. I mean, my green pizza, I made one Friday. And I ended up eating 4 slices the first day, 4 slices the second. I ran out. I vastly overate because it was probably the best green pizza I've ever made. If you want to know about green pizza, I made a video of my making some that you can follow as sort of a commentary-laced recipe. Okay? It is amazing stuff. If you don't like it, just don't even watch my videos anymore. Okay? It's amazing stuff. It's basically... okay, well, besides that, let's see. In terms of foods... So, Chinese... I like fried rice quite a lot. I like lo mein. I like steamed vegetables. And... I like, I'm not the hugest fan of spaghetti, per se, and I don't need barley, so I'm going to just leave that. Is there a way out? I can't believe I did that. I like breaded fish, but I don't like any other seafood. No clams, no crab, no lobster. Sorry, I don't like that stuff. Well, actually, I probably lobster and crab meat I like, but I do not like the process of having to extract it from the creature itself, if that makes any sense. So I don't like them enough to justify the effort involved. Speaking of shellfish, yeah, and then, actual clams and calamari and related things are not on the menu for me. I'm sorry. I also can't. I don't do sushi because it's a texture thing. I don't even know if it tastes good or not, but because I can't get past the horrifying texture. So maybe this is more a commentary on what I don't like instead of what I do. But let's see, what else? I don't really drink. Yeah, another trap. I don't really drink soda anymore. It's really horribly, super amazingly horrible for you. Even if it's diet, it's terrible for you, so I don't involve myself with it. And my waistline has improved as a result. There are other reasons why it has improved, but that is definitely among them. I'm not sure if I can even get up there, but I'm gonna make an attempt anyways. Cragstone again? Oh, hey. Another... I may have come full circle at some point. Because that over there is just too familiar. I don't see a way up over here. Let me make a way up. Oh, crap. I can do this. It would be easier if I could sprint. Man, I've hardly moved at all, and the day is half gone. There we go. Preferences, favorites. I prefer science fiction and fantasy over just about any other kind of genre. I'm a big fan of... I don't want to say Final Fantasy as a whole, because I really didn't pick it up until 10. However, I like 10. I adore 12. Never tried 11. I tried 13 and I found it to be terrible. It was such a letdown after 12. 12 was perfect. It had really, really excellent storytelling. They went and invented new accents to give the characters from the couple of different nations involved in the game. I mean, they put so much work into it. And then 13 came along and was just this tunnel game with practically... all the characters and all the settings and everything were just too fantastic. They weren't really... They didn't strike you as even having the potential of being realistic in any way. And so you kind of... At least I lost the narrative. I couldn't follow it. And It was kind of hard too, which is normally fine. But if it's hard and without a narrative that you can enjoy, then you've lost me. I'm sorry. Wait, how much? Oh my god, that would have been worse. I'm going to get up to the top, and I'm going to find I'll have no way down. Alright, let's fiddle with this stuff a little bit. Just do it in a way that looks kind of natural, so I haven't ruined the world. There we go. Oh, let's go this way. Other favorites. I prefer Trek over Star Wars. I know that's a travesty to many, but Trek was very optimistic until recently. The new Trek movies, I am a horrible. I hate absolutely. I can't stand them. Well, this is going to be. This whole trip has been pointless. I see a river. Wouldn't that be something if I could make the river from here? I bet I could make it from up there. It's hard to tell with the clouds. Clouds, move! Move! Come on, clouds. I don't know. The water looks like it ends kind of right there. I mean, it feels like it ought to be a river, but I don't see that it continues. If it does, it's really narrow. And it just goes on. I think I'm not going to try this. I mean, this is neat. But, again, without a village, I'm missing narrative. And without narrative, I don't want to involve... yeah. So, yeah, Trek is optimistic. It looks at and assumes that humanity is better than it has been in the past. Oh, look, 2. That's pretty neat, actually. It's a very good-looking ravine. Whereas, and it has a lot of depth. I mean, it's the science is questionable. It's better than the alternative, but it's still questionable because the authors were not scientific. But the original series, for example, was very open-minded. It involved characters of races who had whatever, had previously never been involved in any kind of similar roles, or were always looked down upon. And so to give them a, not exactly command role, but very high up position, very senior officer kind of thing, was unprecedented. And then, of course, you had the interracial kiss and stuff, which was unprecedented. Very, very expansive, progressive kind of stuff, whereas Star Wars is just basically space Western. Which actually I think was roughly what Roddenberry described his Trek as, was to be a space Western. And then it just turned out to be so much more, whereas Star Wars never graduated beyond that. So it's nice. I don't mind Star Wars. It's just, it's between the two, it's not my favorite. Then again, modern versions of Trek have been, the 2 new movies have been a travesty. People have enjoyed them because they're action movies, but it lost the essence of what it meant to be Trek. And that, for those who actually cared about Trek, it's like having your best friend murdered, or at least die right in front of you in a way that you can't get out of your head. So I don't know. It's a fave. I like fantasy. I've just recently finished reading the entire Wheel of Time series after years and years and years. I started it in the 90s, and then when it got up to about book 10 or something, I stopped reading and just waited for everything else to come out so that I could read it and finish. And it ended well. The last book was a haul. You didn't get to rest at all during the entire book. So that's a success in a kind of way. Right? There are a couple of things I wished had happened differently, but that's okay. That's pretty much how it always goes. And then immediately after that, I picked up on the recommendation of a new coworker, and because the same author finished Wheel of Time, the Mistborn trilogy, and I just finished that this past week, I believe. And that was pretty good. I actually, the ending, the person involved in the ending was kind of a surprise and a very welcome one, so that was good. Did it tell me what kind of zone this was? Because this looks like Outback to me. I believe I've seen it before, and I think it's Outback. And Outback surrounded by ice. So I haven't accomplished much. I haven't accomplished much at all. Settle in then. Apparently I'm going to leave a trail of cabins. Assuming I don't get blown up in the midst of trying. Alright. Oh, I don't know. I hardly ever think of things in terms of what is or is not a favorite. So now that I'm trying to do it, it's not easy. I hear what sounds like beasties, but I don't see them. Alright, do I have enough wood? I think I don't. Let's just throw some around and find out. So one thing I don't need... Oh, this is a small one. Oh well. It happens. I could use... I don't know. A different color for most of the roof. Yeah, this is a small one. I'm sorry. My resources are running a bit low. Oh, see now I'm stuck on this. I wanna be able to answer the question better than I have. Let's got a couple of game hours left. Here we go. Ooh! That guy has full armor. Do you see me? Yes, you do. Okay. Now I'm going to hide from you. Oh, you're coming over the top. I'm stupid. Did I get anything for it? Other than company? I don't see anything unusual in my inventory. Favorites. Oh! Man, they're busy. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time concentrating at the moment. Oh, this is really hard. I never think about what is and is not my favorite thing. How do you like my little hovel now? If I were smart, I'd collect. I'd collect more wood. Achievement: get polar. Oh. I'm not sure. Obviously, my favorite state is Maine, because that's where I'm from. It's got some really nice coastlines. It's got a horrible governor right now, who was not even elected. Only 38% of the people voted for him, and yet that was enough to win. Which tells you the voting mechanics in the state need to be revised. Let's see. Favorite music? Highly volatile. Changes. I mean, Billy Joel has remained consistent on the list, but he's not really a favorite at the moment. He's just always good. I'm quite into Goldfish Live lately, who's a South African band. They've done a couple of really good things, but I don't follow music strongly. I just listen to stuff. On occasion, not even a lot. Just on occasion I listen to stuff. favorite podcast at the moment is Past Due. Let's see. Is Mysterious Universe. It's paranormal stuff. But the guys are skeptical and yet open-minded. And for the most part are just they're entertaining. That's what's good about it. And I'm going to call that it, even though it was a horrible failure. And wish you guys a good night. Please come back again tomorrow. Thank you.